Well, it's exciting to think that Beulah has been in Thornton Heath for 136 years. And throughout the whole course of its history, God has faithfully provided everything that is needed in order to prosper and be an effective witness for the gospel in this community. Land, buildings, ministers, congregation, financial provision. In 1886, when the whole idea of this church was first put into the mind of Joseph Wicks, he couldn't have really foreseen all that was going to happen, and we are privileged to be able to look back and draw inspiration from previous generations. The first generation had to raise about £300 to build the first chapel. Spurgeon had purchased the land and donated it for the use of the gospel in this community. Then, just over 20 years later, John Campbell was the minister, and he inspired the church to another building project. And in 1909, the main sanctuary that we use to this day was opened with great joy and celebration. In 2007, we opened the Joseph Project, and in partnership with the council, we raised £1.4 million. God opened the heavenly bank store and just poured to us everything that we needed. The council have now vacated, and the building is ours for our sole use once again. We are so privileged to be able to consider just how faithful God is. And it's not just been money and buildings, but ministers as well. Joseph Harold was the first pastor and was released from being Spurgeon's private secretary to devote himself to the work of ministry here. But Herbert Thomas, Thomas Lardner, John Campbell, and a whole host of others have served this church with the preaching of the gospel decade after decade. And I've been privileged the last 36 years to serve in that capacity. But at the end of this year, I'll be retiring, and we are already making plans for someone to come and succeed and to take this church on to the next aspect of vision and life and ministry. And we are really looking forward to that. We want to take a gift day and invite everyone to bring a one-off substantial contribution towards the next generation. We have to be a forward-looking people. We have to anticipate that the church will be here to celebrate its 150th anniversary, and if the Lord doesn't come, its 250th anniversary in due course. But the church is actually facing a few challenges at the moment on the financial front. For the last few months at least, our expenditure has exceeded our income. And there are many reasons for that. We've had people leave. We've had a group of very substantial givers who left to be involved with the Forestdale church plant. There are other people who are newly joining us and haven't yet fully committed to financial giving in this place. But we want to invite you, whether you've been here a long time or you're new, to consider your giving, to review your giving, and to have an eye of faith for the next generation. Every generation at Beulah has faced its challenges, and we have been so blessed that previous generations have paved the way for us. Now it's our turn to map out the future for this church, and therefore let's review, let's be in faith, let's look forward with eager expectation to what God will continue to do in Beulah Family Church. We want to see it thrive and prosper, and invite you into this faith journey that you may make your mark and play your part in generous giving